Students. Today we will be doing the topic the heart of the tree. For this module you need to take out your workbook volume 1. Now let us proceed with the poem The Heart of the Tree. By the end of the module you will be able to understand the concept of poem The Heart of the Tree composed by Henry Culler Berner. You will be able to understand the summary and the message given by the poet. You will be able to understand how the title of the poem is relevant. For this module, children, you are to take out your book at page number 10. Now let us come to the topic about the poem. What does the poem say? What is the central theme of the poem? The Heart of the Tree by Berner focuses our attention on value of tree planting. Now we all know how much tree planting is necessary these days. We know how our indiscriminate, underline the word indiscriminate, it means without careful judgment, or it means without thinking. Underline the word felling. Felling means cutting of trees. Has led to environmental disaster. Underline the word disaster, that is a great damage. Now we know how our indiscriminate felling of trees has led to environmental disaster in our times. This is very much relevant, children. Though this poem was written years ago when there was very less concern about the environment, but these days we know how much planting the trees is necessary. Now this poem has been divided into 3 stanzas. The poem tells us of various benefits of planting a tree. These are the benefits which we already know. There are some more benefits which the poem enumerates. Each stanza opens with the same question. What does he plant who plants a tree? So every stanza begins with a question. What does he plant who plants a tree? And the poet immediately provides the answer to this. He who plants a tree plants many things. The gentle sunlight, free breezes, beauty, music and harmony. We all know how the sunlight helps the trees through the process of photosynthesis to make the food. We know that trees provide us very cool breezes, and a lot of green trees create beautiful surrounding. The sound of the trees and the birds living on the trees create music and harmony. He ensures cool shade and tender rain. Underline the word ensure, means makes sure. Tender means gentle rain. Now the trees make sure that they give us cool shade and tender rain. And the person who is planting the trees is providing us cool shade and tender rain. He leaves a rich legacy. Now underline the word legacy. Means left as heritage. He leaves a rich legacy for the coming generations. Now when a tree is planted, it is not only benefiting the same generation who has planted it, but the several other generations as well. He who plants a tree is conscious, underline the word conscious, aware of the growth and development of his country. There are many economical benefits of planting the trees. So the person who is growing the trees is aware of the growth and development of the country. In other words, trees are our best bet for better environment and growth. So the environment can be pollution free, can be better one if we plant trees, and of course the country's growth lies in the planting of trees. They are symbolic of many things. The poet thus persuades us, underline the word persuades, urges us to plant trees for our benefits and for the benefits of the coming generation. The poem in detail. Let us now discuss about the poem in detail. The Heart of the Tree by Burner is an inspirational poem. Underline the word inspirational. Something which inspires us to do something good. Underline the word inspirational. Something which inspires us to do something. Its message is of great relevance. Importance. In modern times, as I had already narrated, we know how much tree planting is necessary to clean our surrounding as well as our environment. So the message is of great relevance even in our modern times. The poem opens with a question which is repeated thrice. What does he plant who plants a tree? And the poet himself provides all the answers. But those answers are in metaphors. Now underline the word metaphors. A metaphor is a literary device which is used to compare two things without using as or like. So when the poet asks the question, what does he plant who plants a tree? He immediately answers the question but in metaphors. A tree is a friend of sun and sky. We had already done why the friend of the sun and the sky. For the process of photosynthesis and for taking carbon dioxide and releasing oxygen. In other words, it ensures healthy environment. It ensures cool, free breezes. The place where the tree stands is akin. Underline the word akin. Akin is similar. Similar to what? Similar to heaven. So the beauty of the place where the trees are planted is similar to the beauty of the heaven. As it shelters birds, one can hear their sweet songs in twilights. Underline the word twilight. It is the time of early morning or it is the time of late evening. So when the birds live on the trees, one can hear their sweet songs in twilights. So one who plants a tree creates a congenial atmosphere. Underline the word congenial. Congenial means pleasant atmosphere in which there is peace, there is comfort, beauty, music and harmony. Then the poet goes on to enumerate. Enumerate means to mention one by one. Underline the word enumerate and write down mention one by one. Now then the poet goes on to enumerate several other benefits of planting a tree. A tree ensures cool shade for us in summer. When a person is feeling very hot or when it is scorching hot, if somebody sits under the shade of the tree, he feels fresh. So a tree ensures cool shade for us in summer. It also causes tender rains. We all know that trees are very much helpful in bringing rains. Then it gives seeds and buds to bloom into flowers. So one tree gives various seeds to plant more trees, and also it produces buds which bloom into beautiful flowers. A tree is a symbol of forest heritage. Underline the word heritage. It means inheritance. As we had already discussed, the generation which plants a tree is the only one who gets benefit, but also the others get benefit too. It can serve as a living legacy for the next generation. It is the symbol of joy for our stillborn children. Underline the word stillborn, unborn children. So when we plant a tree, we know our unborn children are also going to be benefited by this. Thus, the tree links our present and our future. Then the poet says that he who plants a tree does a civic good. Underline the phrase civic good. Civic good means good of the society. So it is not only he who gets benefited by the trees, but it is also his neighbors, his members of society who feel blessed and get benefited. It is he who ensures the growth of his country. As we had already done, the tree planting helps economically, ecologically. In other words, a country's growth and progress depends on the wealth of trees. So he who plants a tree yearns, underline the word yearns, longs or wishes for the welfare of his country. In fact, by planting a tree, he plants a nation. Let us start with the next point on page number 13, critical appreciation. Under this category, we will first of all do title. Now, the heart of the tree is the title of the poem. Now, let us see whether it is apt and suggestive or not. The title of the poem, The Heart of the Tree, is apt and suggestive. It is the tree that remains in focus throughout the poem. The poet refers to the heart of the tree. That means he refers to what kind of heart it has. Obviously, it has a very kind heart. It has a very generous heart. It has a very magnanimous heart. Underline the word magnanimous. Magnanimous means forgiving. How does it have a kind, generous and magnanimous heart? Because it does not show any discrimination. If you take care of it, it will take care of it. And if you do not take care of it, even then it will take care of you. So, it has got kind, gentle, generous, magnanimous, forgiving heart. It doesn't show any discrimination. Underline the phrase discrimination, that is biasness. It blesses all those who take care of it and even those who neglect it. It doesn't see that this person is not watering me, so I'll not give him the fruits. It does it. Wherever a tree is planted, it turns the place into the heaven. That is why the poet praises one who plants a tree. He plants a friend of sun and sky. He plants the flag of breezes free, the shaft of beauty towering high. He plants a home to heaven anigh. Another very important point on your page number 14, children, contemporary relevance. What is the meaning of contemporary relevance? It means relevant in present. As I'd already discussed, when the poem was written, there was very less concern about environment. But it has got a deep message for us, for our generation. So, though the poem was written many years ago, when there was less concern, underline the word concern, means worry, about environment, it has a profound message, underline the word profound, deep message for our generation. In our times, forests are decimated, underline the word decimated, it means destroyed, for building houses, roads and bridges. Trees seem to attract none because people are more attracted by money. That is why they keep on cutting the trees, they keep on building their houses, roads, bridges, or they sell the wood. So they seem to attract none. The poet draws our attention to what we do when we plant trees. He rightly says that one who plants trees plants many things. That is beauty, peace, prosperity and good values. He says, a nation's growth from sea to sea stirs in the heart who plants a tree. Now the topic, symbol of peace. It is very important to note that the tree is used as a symbol of whatever good is there in our life. If we turn around and notice, Most of the things which are beneficial to us in our daily lives are coming from the trees, both directly or indirectly. So, it is a symbol of peace as well as prosperity. It ensures rewards of planting, even for the unborn children. Even the future generation is going to be rewarded by the person who is planting the trees. Now the last topic for today is the style of the poem, that is the form of the poem. The poem is a lyric. Underline the word lyric. This is the form of the poem, that is song expressing the writer's emotions. This poem is relatively short, consisting only 3 stanzas, and each stanza has got 9 lines. When a stanza had got 9 lines, it is called Spenserian stanza. Do underline this word Spenserian. It means 9 lines. It uses the rhyme scheme AB, AB, BC, CAA, which is very intricate. Intricate means complicated. Now, though it creates the required rhythm and music, like a good lyric, it incorporates a single emotion. It brings out the message given from the poet. It appeals to our hearts at once. What does he plant who plants a tree? He plants the cool shade and tender rain, and seeds and buds of days to be, and years that fade and flush again. That is all for today's module, children. Now you will be planning explanation of stanza 1, stanza 2 and stanza 3.